Hey everybody, välkommen tillbaka, tack för sist. I'm at work. I don't have my gimbal, my tripod with me, so this first part of the video might be a little bit shaky, but I'll finish it back at the hotel. It's a beautiful day, beautiful trees. I'm going to show you something. I do not understand why we put up with this. It blows my mind, and it's just kind of, so many things we just look past now. Shoplifting. I'm in California. I think they finally overturned that prop where you could steal up to $950 of stuff as many times as you wanted, and it was a misdemeanor. Nobody ever got arrested. You saw videos of people just sweeping baskets of stuff off shelves at the CVS and the Walgreens. I don't get it. I don't know why we tolerate stuff like that. The Knicks won the championship a few weeks ago, and the celebration, quote, was a riot, basically. Burning, I think it was a city bus, $100,000, maybe more, and taxpayers just got to pay for it, and we just put up with it. But I want to show you. This is not my property. I'm painting it. I don't understand why we let this happen. You see a train go by. Every single train car is covered in graffiti. I know some of you think, oh, it's art. It's not art, it's crime. This is somebody's property. I'm going to paint this now, but I promise you within probably a couple of days, it'll be covered again. And that's not fair to the owner. They're paying me to paint this. And in my opinion, criminals are going to come graffiti it all up again. Why? Why is that okay? I'm not saying you put them in prison for 20 years, but maybe stick them in jail for a week. They do it again 2 weeks. They do it again a month. And just keep doing it until it sinks in that we don't tolerate this kind of crap. And it varies, where you're at in the country. Where I live, I think I've seen one graffiti in my town in the 21 years I've lived there. But it might get there too. Who knows? So anyway, I'm going to finish this video back at the hotel and try to put a positive spin on it. Hey everybody, so continuing the video. I have these conversations with friends, people I know, and I think almost exclusively the people I've ever talked to about this kind of thing are in agreement that, crime should be punished. It should fit the crime. I'm not saying somebody who does graffiti should go to jail for 10 years, but there should be a fine or a punishment or something. I mean, I've never understood this mindset of letting crime just happen and then expecting that everything will be fine. I don't know if you're familiar with Rudy Giuliani before he went nuts. When he was the mayor in New York City, they had, I think they called it the broken windows policy. Basically, we're going to start, because New York City in the 70s was completely crime-ridden. It was really bad shape. And Giuliani came in and instituted the broken windows policy. Like I said, I think that's what it was called. And basically, we're going to start, enforcing the laws. You commit a crime, you're going to pay for the crime. You don't want to pay, don't do the crime. Don't do the crime, don't do the time. And he turned that city completely around. I just, to turn a blind eye to these things when they happen, like I said with the this sports especially, it seems like when a team wins, especially if it's a big city, and the people celebrating go crazy. I mean, I'm all for celebrating. I love sports. I remember when the Jazz went to the finals in 97 and 98 against the Bulls. I was so into it. But I would never start a bus on fire. I wouldn't attack cops. You know, just vandalize stuff. That's not how I celebrate. I don't get it. This is not going to be a long video. I just wanted to, you know, see what the thought is out there among you guys. If you have an opinion on it. You know, some countries in the world are extremely harsh on even the smallest crimes. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying we have laws, let's enforce them. I mentioned the Prop 47, I think it was, at California Institute. They did overturn it a couple of years ago, and places like San Francisco are starting to kind of turn around. San Francisco, there was a while there where it's just scary to be down in San Francisco. But it's all policy. You know, places that don't have that kind of stuff happening, it's because they enforce their laws. You're not allowed to just do whatever the hell you want. So anyway, I made my point. Let me know what you think. And I look forward to reading the comments. Tack för denna gång. Vi snackas igen snart. Thanks for stopping by, especially subscribing and sharing. I appreciate it a lot. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. It was a long day of work, but yeah, I'll end it here. Have a great night. Peace. Love.